I might have already moved this. Yeah, that was really in there. It's a nice point.
All right, back at it. Kaya's got a pretty bluish colored one here. Let's check it out. Actually, it's a super nice looking point. Side notch. Go ahead, Kaya. Everything is just right on top. Oops. Looks up because she has a giant one hidden. Wow, look at that point. Beautiful. That is a cool color, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Matches my sweatshirt.
Yeah, very well made. All right.
Matches my sweatshirt.
Yeah, we're walking furiously because we got still a ton to walk left. We still want to go way over there. And just not enough time is there. So we're gonna keep after it. Hopefully find a few more. Alright, so we took another small break and we're back out doing a few final rows for the day. Kaya has something on the ground here and it looks pretty darn cool. Looks like probably just a big blade, but it's got some really nice working on it. And the sun's come out, so it's getting a little bit tougher to see, but she definitely saw that one. Go ahead, Kaya. Oh, it's pretty big, isn't it?
I think it's broken.
Does it got a break on it? Let me see here. Yep, big old piece. Probably just a big tool. It's got a lot of flaking all around it. Really pretty color though. So we'll get it washed up and see what you got. All right. Hopefully we'll find a few more good points for you.
Hey everyone, I have a nice little point right on top. As much as I love, you know, the suspenseful pulls and not knowing what I have, this is also really nice just to know it's not broken. So
Yeah, sitting right here.
sitting right on top.
I found quite a few blue points today. That's definitely another.
Super cute.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's tiny.
We'll take it. Set it over here. Kind of some fossiliferous material.
That's a fun
Did you like that? Definitely is, but it's all there. Nice job.
Thanks.
All right, I don't know how much longer we have, but so far, that's the last point of the day.
Oh, it is.
Uh-huh. All right, couple minutes after Tika just pulled last point of the day, I heard Kaya just go, I got one, and she's got something cool right here. Look at this. Talk about a suspenseful pull.
A little nervous.
Yeah, you can see it's got a little ding right there on the shoulder,
That's okay.
but it's still cool because who knows if it's got a tip or not. So go ahead and slowly get that pulled up. Please be there. Oh.
Is it?
Oh, is it rounded off?
I think so. No, it's broken.
Got a little bit of a broke tip. Yeah, you just never know on those. That's still good. That's still 90%, Kaya.
That's still last point of the day.
I'd say that's barely got a tip missing. Oh, it's got like little white lightning bolts looking through it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, how cool is that? Yeah, I mean it's barely got. It's got a little tip nick, but not too bad. I would say last point of the day so far now is Kaya. All right, right, I wanted to show this here, guys. I found this down a little bit closer to the water's edge a while ago, and I wasn't sure what it was when I popped it out, and I didn't video it, but it is a monster piece. Gorgeous material, almost looks like maybe hornstone. I'll get it washed up. Look at the flaking on it. It's just a huge tool. I'm not sure if it was a huge drill or what. It's a shame that the tip is broken off right there. But yeah, what a monster of a piece. I do have a point on the ground here. It does look like maybe the tip is a little broken. So, little tiny guy. Get in the frame there. Yeah, look at the colors in that thing. Still a sweet little point. Yeah, shoot. It's got a little tip nick, but not too bad. Yeah, look at the flaking on that. All right, we got a little bit longer to walk, so hopefully we'll find a bunch more.
I swear I'm not doing costume changes. It's literally every other video. One video I have a baseball hat on, the next video it is the weirdest weather. It's like warm, but then it's not warm. So yeah, it's all the same day.
It's warm the whole time, let's be honest.
No, it's not. I have gloves on now.
Yeah,
like
it's 60 degrees.
It is.
I'm freezing.
It is still the same day. I swear to God, I just am changing my hats like every other point. So I do have a really nice point on the ground, and it does have a little
side nick, but
yeah, it's a really strange location for a nick. But
wait till you see the tip on this thing. Look at this point, guys. Look at the flaking on that. Yeah, it's got a little nick out of the side, but look at that point. I swear she finds the nicest points. Sometimes not the most, but the most nice. Go ahead and... Holy cow.
that's really thin.
Oh my gosh, I gotta put that in the sun. That is honestly one of the nicest points I've seen quality-wise. Holy cow. Look at the tip on that thing. Holy smokes. I mean, it is literally like paper thin. Super translucent. Oh my God, look at the flaking on that. Yeah, it has one. We'll have to wash it up because yeah, you can't tell right now if they broke it and then reworked in there. Sometimes, yeah, obviously it's reflaked in there, but it kind of looks like it's got a nick in it right there. But how do you complain about that? Little nick or not? Incredible. We got a little bit longer to walk. I don't know how you're gonna beat that one or your other giant one today.
I'm having a pretty good day.
No kidding. Awesome.
I don't think I have a ride home anymore, but
this is insane.
I thought I found my day maker earlier, but I think I found a new day maker. So
dude, wait till you, oh, I don't even know what to say. I was way over there, probably 100 yards away. We split up for the last half hour. She starts yelling. I don't even know. Look at this point, guys. Look at the side. This thing is a monster. Go ahead and pick that up. You'll get to see how big this thing really is. I say a monster, but it's a monster for what we find. Oh my goodness.
It looks like it's a little wonky, but it doesn't look broke.
Oh, it's huge. Oh, look at the base on this thing. Incredible. This thing is gigantic. We have had one heck of a day. Heck of a day. I'm so glad that we got back here to cover a lot of the field that we haven't covered. What an awesome point. Unbelievable. It's like, how does she find the biggest points back to back to back? Good grief.
All right, Kaya's on the last point of the day. Mike has bailed on us and there's somewhere else in this field. But this is a sweet little point. Look at that thing. And grab it. My battery is about dead on my phone, so this is gonna be pretty short.
It's like perfect.
That's a sweet little point. Good job. Last point of the day.
Hey everybody, here's a second part for our cleanup on Saturday, April 22nd. Like I said, we went down to one of our favorite fields, hunted it all day, walked as much as we possibly could, I think we found close to 20 full points again, so we split it up into 2 videos. This is the cleanup for part 2, so let's get after it. This is everything that we found towards the end of the day. Fortunately, we found quite a few brokes towards the end of the day. We did find some really cool tools. This is a big tool that Kaya found. Beautiful material. Really well flaked. It's got a big ding out of the back side of it there. Some brokes, normal. Obviously, everybody finds them. This was a killer scraper that I found over in a new area that I've been walking. And there was a decent amount of material. Found one really nice point, but this thing was really well made. Like I said, pretty material, classic scraper. A couple heartbreakers over there. This one especially, this thing is just as thin as paper, so that one kind of hurt a little bit. Tika picked this piece up. This was over in a spot that we find, generally we find some pretty old stuff, so not exactly sure what that is. It's heavily ground in here. Thick point, so it's a shame that was broke. This was a cool piece, and I didn't video it because I wasn't sure what it was. I could just see a little bit of it, and I popped it out, and this monster came out, and I'm mad that I didn't get it on video, but as you can see, it is one cool piece. It's a shame that is broken. Obviously, it was probably a monster drill. You can see a heck of a bevel in it. And it almost, I mean, I don't know, but it looks like a multi-purpose tool. Maybe it's probably a big drill on this side that's been worked down, and then this whole side here, hopefully it's not too windy, it's pretty windy out today, is got an edge all the way around it, like a classic end scraper. Yeah, you can see it's flaked super well all around there. So it's like big end scraper on one end and a big drill on the other end. So I'm not sure what that was. Unfortunately, it's broken, but it's still really cool. Broke there. Some of the points. This one, I wasn't sure at first when we first found it. It looks like it's been worked down into a hafted scraper on that end. This was a little point that Tika found. Kind of rough material, but pretty. It's got a bunch of inclusions in it. Kind of a light blue color. Little reddish point that I found. We do find a lot of these little tiny, almost like a little bifurcate base out there. Got a little tip nick on it, which was alright. I think this was last point of the day. Kaya found it. I wasn't over there. I was walking that new section, and I saw them bending down taking a video, so I know she found one. Killer little point here. Great tip on it. This is one that Kaya also picked up with some really neat lightning bolts in it. Not sure. It almost has like that, like LaCroix looking wings on the side of it. Heavily ground, but obviously it's not a bifurcate, so I'm not sure what type that is. Kaya also found this point. She found a ton of little points that day, which she likes a lot. And there's a lot of them out there. Little light blue side notch point, heavily ground. And then this is a point that Tika picked up. She accidentally flipped it out, not knowing. I think it was just a tiny bit showing. Ended up being a pretty nice little shallow side notch point. Some good color to it. This was probably these two were probably the best, two of the best of the second part of the day. This thing is just absolutely incredible. It's a shame it's got a ding there and a little ding here on this ear. But it's got what has a ding there makes up in a tip here. It's super finely serrated, razor sharp. And what's neat is when we picked it up, she said she thought it was ding there inside, but you can see they obviously did that. It's all flaked inside there. There's 3 or 4 flake marks in that little spot there, as well as in that little spot there. So it's got this notch out of it, which probably was unintentional when they made it, but then they repurposed it inside there to make it a working edge. So dang near 100% point, but just killer. Super thin, super well made. Awesome find. And then this point she found towards the end of the day. I couldn't believe it when she called me over, said she had a big one on the ground. I went over and I looked and I thought, you got to be kidding me. Probably one of the biggest points we've ever pulled out of that site. And I just can't get over how wide this base is. Heat treated probably. I'm not sure what it is. If it's, I really haven't looked yet. If it's a big Hopewell or you know, something like that. But it is cool. Well, it's really well worked down on this edge. Nothing broke on it, just worked right off. Big barb on that side. But yeah, all in all, one heck of a cool point. It was really neat to see it laying there. You know, we don't see them like that big laying there. So cool hunt, guys. Like I said, two-part. This is part 2. Hopefully everybody's out there still finding stuff before things start getting tilted planted. Take it easy, guys.